Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the World Finals here in Charlotte, North Carolina. You can see beautiful view at the racetrack behind me. This place is simply incredible. The World Finals is a big event where all dirt roads lead to here, from the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series, the late models, and the big block modified. We got all three divisions. We got a long weekend ahead. This is the first night of actual racing competition, as yesterday we just hot lapped and qualified for the rest of the week. So now we're actually going to be jumping into things rather quickly, as we have engine heat with the Buch Motorsports 13 and then right into our heat race. Sprint cars are on track while the sun is still out. We're going to be rolling off from row number 4 in our heat race, and the top 5 are going to transfer to tonight's main event. Now, we're starting row 4 because we qualified 15th in our flight, and now we have an opportunity to work on our race trim as we go throughout the rest of the weekend and get some laps together and keep working with this team. So really happy to be here. The weather's beautiful. There's a ton of great fans and lots happening, and here in just a little bit, we'll be getting suited up and jumping into the night. Well, the heat race is now complete. We started 8th, finished 10th. Not what we were looking for, and not ideal being in that first heat race. Track's just so fresh. They gave us a couple laps to hot lap, but honestly it needed a little bit more time just to burn off some of the grease and maybe give it some chance to widen out. Right away when I fired off into turn 1, I just felt extremely tight, and I probably made a mistake going a little higher than I should have. I was just trying to find a clean lane, at least get into the corner, and thought maybe if I could go a little farther, at least get turned and try to come down. Just because of where the cars were around me, I wasn't really in a spot where I could go low. So like I mentioned, right away I was pretty snug the first lap. Got moving. I think I was either in 9th or 8th, and on a restart I tried to go to lane 2. That was really my only option to pass, and I almost got a car, but then they must have pushed off the bottom, hit the grease, or I don't know, like they just floated up, got my left front, and I lost the spot. So I don't know, just kind of sucks. You don't ever want to be that far back. Dirty air's not fun. You're trying to find a clean lane. The track's fast, wide open, so ultimately it comes down to your start. And I thought maybe being on the outside we'd be in a decent spot, but just how things shook out around us, it put us in not as good of a position. So we're now going to move into the C main event, try to keep our head up, focus on making the car, getting the car better, and me keep giving good feedback, and obviously get more and more of a racetrack too, where it's not just, the first laps of the day on a fresh surface.
able to transfer there through the C main event. Now we're going to be lining up from 14th in this B main event, where they're only going to be taking the top 4. We only have about 12 laps to get to the front. But the nice thing was we got some on-track time there, and we're going to get a quick turnaround here and roll out and just do what we can to try to advance forward and learn more about our race car.
That's Charlotte for you guys. Just ran back-to-back C to B main event. We went 4th to 2nd in the C. There were only 2 transferred, which we should have been able to transfer out of the C, obviously, but did get going good and ran some good laps and just felt a chance to like be out there with some other cars. Obviously we're in a C main event, but still like just get running around the top in more of a race trim. You know, the heat race was a race, but the track conditions were so different, right? And so that C and B, I felt like I just got better and I had a chance to like make a lap, see how it felt, make corrections as I went, watch cars in front of me as they changed lines, I changed lines slightly, all those little things. And so anyway, you know, I mean, I don't think we passed a ton of cars there in the B. Charlotte's a tough place without any cautions or stoppages, right? You know, everyone gets super spread out, so that part kind of just is what it is, but we did get moving okay, and just got to keep working on our race car, and I got to keep getting more comfortable and doing my job and figuring out the best way to get around this place and just be smooth. This place, you got to be so smooth, and your car's got to be straight even when you're racing, guys, which is not easy to do. Your heart rate gets up when you're around other cars, and sometimes you get a little tense. So we're gonna work on it, and glad we at least got, you know, some more laps tonight and move through the C to the B, and the goal obviously now is to be in the A main event and obviously be far up in it. So the sprint cars were first tonight. They just finished their feature. You can hear the fans. I think the late models must be next with how loud they're cheering. You can see the surface, red dirt and slick, red clay. Getting close to being right up on the wall. Rico, Buddy, Gravel was in second. Corey Day, those guys were just hammering it. So it was actually good for me to get a chance to watch just from up here. Really just take in, you know, see how they're kind of attacking the track and, you know, what guys are doing to move forward, because this isn't a place that's the easiest to pass cars, so you got to take advantage of restarts. You got to put yourself in really good position. And I think we learned a lot, even though tomorrow, you know, we're going to be starting a little deep in a heat race. If we can try to make some forward progress, be good, you know, on the racetrack and get into a B or get into tomorrow's show, obviously we want to be in the A main event. We got to come from a couple rows back. But but give ourselves that opportunity. I mean, I think, like I said, we're just getting better with every lap that we make here around the dirt track at Charlotte, and we're getting the 13 faster, and I feel like the cars, you know, like I said, we're fairly close, just trying to come from behind now, being in traffic, and it's not an easy task, and it's something I just taken on the challenge. So thanks to these guys, we completed another night here. This is a good, the best way we could explain it, this is almost like, it sucks as a competitor, but it's almost like R&D, right? Like you're just getting everything set where you want it, getting everything right, you know, with the new team and meshing well together, and that's what this whole weekend's about. So we don't want the results to be where they're at. We're just going to keep working on building them up and building our strong foundation. So thanks to these guys for the opportunity, Tom Buch and the entire team, and we're going to finish off our night here and be back again tomorrow. So thank you guys for being a part of the journey, and really looking forward to a lot of big things ahead, you know, to finish off this season and into next, and we'll just keep giving it our all. We'll see you guys in the next show. Deuces.